Hi guys, welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, I'm going to teach you how to put the text in an any element, or this is just a basic thing, how to get the text of any element, how to put the text in any element. Like here, I'm going to create a div. Here is the div. Here you can see that this is just a div, simple div, and here I'm going to apply the CSS on this div. Here is the background. Here is 200 pixel and not 200 pixel. I want to give it red color. So now here is the height, 200 pixel, and here is the width of the div is also 200 pixel. And now let's watch it. Here is, you see that this is the div. This div have not any text. I have just give it the color and the width to show you how it look like, to show you its area. So now what I am going to do, this is the empty div, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the text inside this div by using the jQuery. So what we need to do in between these script tags, what I am going to do, first of all I will select the div, because in the jQuery, in the JavaScript, when you want to do anything with any HTML element, you have to select that HTML element. So now here I'm going to some space, so here now it is better. So now to select any element, you have to write dollar, then parentheses, and in between these parentheses you have to write the name of that element in between these double quotes. If you want to select paragraph, so write P, that is the paragraph element name. If you want to select header, then write header like this. If you want to select footer, write footer. If you want to select anchor tag, write anchor tag like this. So in this way you just need to write the element name that you want to select. So here I'm gonna write div, and this is the selector to select the div, and in this way you can select any element and then dot. After the dot, what we want to do, I want to put the text inside this function, inside this div. So what we need to do, we have to use the text function. This is the text function, and in between these parentheses you have to pass your text. Here I'm going to write random text and then semicolon, and semicolon is to end the instruction, and let's load the page. Here you see that it is loaded and the text is inside the div. So in this way you can put the text in the div. All the things are okay, and now this is the way to put the text inside the div. And here you are able to write any type of text. Here now I'm going to write the proper text. Here is, this is the div, let's go, let's go. So now this is the way just to put the text, but the text is inside the div. When we execute it, then the jQuery will be execute, and now we can also get the text of the div. Here you can see that now the div have this text and we can get it. So how, if we want the text of any element like paragraph, here I'm gonna create a separate paragraph and I'm going to get its text. Here I'm going to get its text paragraph here, and now I'm going to get its text. What we need to do, we just need to select it. Here is the paragraph is selected, dot, and you just need to write text and empty parentheses. You just need to write the function text and then parentheses. Now this statement is returning the text. This whole statement will return the text that is inside the paragraph, but we can save it in a variable, but you have not the knowledge of the variable now, so that's why what you need to do, you can just print it directly. The text will be received inside the alert function. Here you can see that I have write this statement in between the alert, and then this statement will return the text that is inside the paragraph, and that text will be printed by the alert. And here you can see that this is the paragraph, and paragraph here you can see that the text is printed. In this way you can also get the text of the div, and this is the way to get the text of any element. And now this is the complete way to get the text of any element, but here I want to tell you some other things. Here you see that when we refresh the page, so the jQuery code execute fastly in the milliseconds. Before loading the page, the jQuery code execute, but we don't want this functionality. We want a functionality when the page is completely loaded, when the page is ready, then jQuery code execute, because in this way the error will not come. If the page is not completely loaded, some HTML elements are missing, in this way the jQuery code might be cause any error. Mostly it will execute perfectly, but sometimes it will cause error. So to get rid of this situation, we have another statement. In between that statement we have to write all of our jQuery code. If we write our jQuery code outside that statement, so it will not give any error, but it is just like a precaution. If you take it, then it's your benefit. If you take it, so it is just like the format we can use the jQuery. So here what you need to do, first of all you have to select the document. Here is select the document. Here you see that I have not put the double or single quotes around the document because it is the fixed keyword. So in this way the document is selected, this whole document, this document that is executed here, this document is selected, then dot, and then what we need to do, we have to write event. Some people don't know what is the event, so don't worry, I will teach you each and everything. So event is just like a occasion. If your wedding is after 2 weeks, so that is the event. If your elder brother wedding is past, so that is also an event. Everything is an event in our life. When your girlfriend leave you, it's very painful event. So in this way there are many events in our life, there are many special occasions, so all of them are events. So in this way we want to execute our code when the page is completely loaded. So here I have write ready. So what is the ready? Ready is the event. It will check, it will just execute the code when the document is completely ready. Ready means loaded. So in this way here is the parenthesis, and in between these parentheses you have to write all of your code, all of your jQuery code you have to write in between these parentheses. So it's a good practice. The code will execute when the document is completely ready, when the document is completely loaded, ready. So ready is just event. We will discuss the event in the coming lectures. And here how we can write all of our jQuery code. Here you have to write function. It is just a function. Those people who have already learned many other programming languages, they know what is the function, but the people who don't know what is the function, so don't worry, I will teach you each and everything. So here is the function, and then you have to write parentheses, and this is the fixed keyword. You don't need to change it, you just need to remember it, and then these parentheses. So in this way you have to write these parentheses, and here I'm gonna separate it. here. So now in between this function here, you can see that this is the function, and in between these parentheses you have to write all of your jQuery code. If you write your jQuery code outside these parentheses, the code will execute fine. It's just fine. But this is the good way. This is a best programming practice. So here you see that I have put my code in between these parentheses. So now this code will execute when the document is ready. So now here you can see that it is still executing. So why it is still executing? Because it's a correct thing. So in this way you have to write all of your jQuery code. You can give the text in any div, any element. So thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video. If you have any problem, so you are my special students, don't worry, I'm your friend. I'm just like your friend. You can add the discussion in the discussion area anytime. Anytime you will add the discussion, I will answer it. If you don't understand anything 100 times, I will teach you that thing 200 times until you will not learn that thing. So don't be shy, don't be blush. I'm just like your brother. You are learning from your brother. So you just need to ask me couple of questions. I will answer your questions. So let's go on the second lecture.